Hey, and last up for today, a little indie game you may have heard of called Superhot. Let me change my shit. This is the Switch version. Of course, it came out a little while ago at the last major Nintendo Direct, if I remember right. It launched surprisingly immediately, which was super cool. And I reached out and I was like, hey, I want to try this version. They were like, yeah. So I've played through Superhot and Superhot VR. I think they're both amazing. I haven't played through the original Superhot since it came out on Xbox. I think we did me and Matt and Wooly. I think we did a Superhot video on the Best Friends channel, or was it just me and Wooly? I actually can't remember. Um, a long time ago, and guess what? The game was fucking rad. Oh, there's gyro controls now. Cool, 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 cool. I like that. Did you build a Labo VR set for it? Actually, there is no VR version on Switch. So this whole like narrative thing is totally different. This structure in the VR version. In the VR version, you're actually like standing there in the room, and you put the VR headset on your head, and you don't have this computer interface. Totally different take. You playing Super Hot yet? I've never seen anything like it. I love how you just mash to type. What are you talking about? Superhot.exe. It's a crack. Logs you into this company's site so you can play this game. Sick shooter. Sick how? Too hard to describe. Just play it. I'll send you the files. Hold on. It's the most innovative game I've played in years. When you run superhot.exe, it should do everything else automatically. I love how there's all this stuff to access as well. Like just other files and stuff. Because you get a lot by the end. Do I want to use cartrip.exe? Why not? Look at that. Just generates patterns. There's so much like weird stuff on here. Look, do you want to play Tree Dude? His name is Tree Dude. Oh fuck, I killed Tree Dude. Let me try that again. I killed Tree Dude. Hang on, hang on, hang on. Ah, fuck, I killed Tree Dude. Anyway, there's like a lot of weird, neat little things in Superhot. It's a really interesting style of presentation. But of course, most people just play Superhot, which I can't blame you. It's like the main game. It's the main attraction. It's fucking amazing. None of this exists in the VR version. The VR version is like totally different. It's not to say that like they haven't replaced it with other stuff, but like this whole interface is totally gone. I highly recommend that people who have played the original try to play the VR version if they can. So yeah, with gyro controls, that should be helpful. Yeah, look at that precision. Incredible. Incredible precision. I shot right under his arm. Oh, I forgot about the target reticle rotating as your gun reloads. Kind of different from how it works in Superhot VR.
Super hot. Super hot.
Superhot VR is like wildly fast paced. Okay, now we're gonna get mobbed.
Super hot.
So yeah, I think we all know what the deal with Superhot is. Time moves as you move. I remember this level was the one where they were demoing their like early VR support with like an old Oculus kit, the old DK1. This is like easily the most impressive level to demo the VR with. Having the players slowly move forward through the bullets. I know for a lot of people this is the first level where they take a couple deaths. Just getting used to how it works.
Super hot. Super.
Tree Dude 100% runway. I don't even think Tree Dude ends. In the end, Superhot VR is a very different game from Superhot, and that's kind of why I recommend it to everyone. Like, you're a lot more stationary. You don't really move about the levels in the same way. And you might think that would make for like a lame game, but actually really no, because the enemies are so aggressive.
Super.
Nice, you're doing good actually. Feeling good about this.
Super.
Probably should have saved that gun, but you know what? Whatever.
Super hot. Super hot.
Arcane Ape says he could never accurately throw things in VR. I'm not sure if it's because his VR setup wasn't optimized or not. I had other friends who had trouble with that. But then I watched videos of people playing it at like HDQ and stuff. Or not HDQ, just speedrunners. I don't know why I conflated that with HDQ. But when I watch speedrunners play it and see how much they utilize the throwing and shit, it's pretty incredible. If you've never seen a speedrun of Superhot in VR, I highly encourage it. It's a very fun run to watch. It's fast. It's really hard to take everything in, but it's good. Diamond Wolf says, I haven't played anything of the VR version. Do any of the levels seem familiar, like reused for that game? So they reuse a lot of the stages, but they're different. So, for example, you know that one stage that has the bar and the pool table and the stripper's pole in the corner? In the VR version, you'll like start at the bar and then you'll warp over to the stripper's pole, and you'll have different like scenarios of enemies coming in at you. And like that might sound lame that you're like warping from spot to spot, but it actually works incredibly well in the context of Superhot. It's really fun. The one around the pole is actually a blast, really memorable level, because I think the only thing it tells you to do when it starts is dance, and you have no weapons, and the enemies are just shooting at you, and you just have to stay alive for a little while before you can escape to the next area. I forgot that whole everyone gets something different thing. That's neat. God, thank God for this friend. Yeah, they put out Superhot on the Oculus Quest. Like, I'm so tempted to buy it. But I've already played through it on PSVR. Like, I really don't need to do it again. I bought... Oh, no, I finally died. Oh, my God, look at that. I finally took a death. Man, that sucks. I even did jump. Too late, I think. I think the only VR game that I rebought was Beat Saber. Because I was like, well, I need to have Beat Saber on the go. Can't not have that. Recently, I was traveling on like a local train, and I was coming up from my parents' place to Montreal, and there was like nobody on the train, and I was able to find a good spot, like literally nobody on the train. I was able to find a good spot where I was able to just stand and play Beat Saber on the train, and it was a blast. Beat Saber's amazing, and on a train it's even harder because you're like trying to keep your balance. Beat Saber is enough of a workout as it is, but
Super hot. Super hot.
Nishiko says, Jesus Christ, saw some of the VR speedrun. It's freaking amazing. It really is. VR speedruns for stuff are really remarkable. Because it really shows just how many like actions you can do in quick succession. Like stuff that you can't really do as easily on consoles or even PC, you know, like yeah, you know, after playing this for a little bit too, like, this version sure didn't get worse. The game still is absolutely fantastic, despite having played the VR one, and I still kind of think the VR one's better. This is still great. It has its own feel to it. Moving around the levels is really something you don't get in Superhot VR. Again, it's much more stationary, so they do feel really, really distinct. Oh, I guess there was another enemy behind me or something. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Mobby. Okay, that went well.
Super.
Looks amazing on the Switch too. They did a great job.
Super hot.
I don't know what
Super hot.
frame rate it's running at, but it feels like it's running at like 60. It feels like it's running at 60. It feels incredibly smooth.
Super.
Likewise, I wouldn't be surprised if this was outputting 1080. Seems like a really good port all around, which was kind of what I heard, so not disappointed by that. God, these reflections are neat. They're like not real reflections, but like they're not even approximations. They're just like stylized, artistic reflections. That's cool though. Yeah, this level. So there's the stripper pole that you would have to dance around in VR to keep yourself alive. Yeah. This level 2, I remember, is kind of a choke point your first time playing because of the shotgun. Okay, now it's gonna start getting ropey. Ah, more! Thank God they give you this bottle right here. Nice. Right to the head. Can I get both of them? No. Oh yeah, I got him. Nice. Okay. That worked out.
Super.
I love how the damage is super contextual on enemies. Like there, I actually hit him in the head with the bat, and his head just fucking exploded. Absolutely wonderful. The enemies are so good, honestly. It must have taken a lot of iteration to get them like looking just right. If you go back to the original Game Jam version of this game, I think it was a 7-day first-person shooter Game Jam. They're these really plain red dudes that have like they wear glasses. And they look really, really bland. I mean, for a 7-day game jam, it's perfect, right? But these guys are so interesting. The way they shatter dynamically, that like awesome reflective shader they have on them, like Everything about these guys is rad. Oh, I love that glass there. Oh no, I accidentally hit the... So good.
Super.
This game's amazing.
Super.
Hang on, I need to see the replay of this one.
Hot. Super hot. Super hot. Super hot. Super hot.
God, cutting the bullets. I love that sound effect that plays when you do it.
Hot.
Ah, it's so wonderful. Press X to edit the replay. What does that mean again? Hold A, edit replay. Oh, look, wow, okay. Oh, you can cut clips out. That's neat.
Super hot.
I don't know if you can save them. I guess you just have to record that shot. But I guess it lets you clip it in engine without having to like export or anything. Oh yeah, the truck, right. Oh, right. I accidentally walked forward at the beginning. Totally forgot about this stage. Stuff like this doesn't exist at all in the VR one. Like these sort of dynamic sequences. Oh! That's one thing I like better about the VR one. It was like there I didn't think I was going to get hit by that bullet. In VR I would have known I wasn't going to get hit by that bullet. You're much more certain of these types of things. Oh my god. Is there an enemy behind me? I saw enemies coming down the alley, but like, I thought I saw a bullet whiz past me.
Super.
Okay, phew. There we go. And these levels where you just kind of have to wander around until stuff happens, like, those don't exist either in the VR version. The VR version is much more immediate, I guess. Oh, all these distortion effects are so wonderful. This has got to be the best game, like one of the best games to show someone if you want to explain what polish is in a game, because it's so the everything's so simple about this game, but everything is polished to a mirror sheen. All the effects are just amazing when they don't have to be that good, you know, but it makes the game feel so much better. Same with this whole narrative too. That's like completely superfluous, but like it helps. It adds to the game. There are so many little extra elements that just really elevate it. You know, I always feel impressed too when I think back to this about how they never force you to like go into the other stuff, if I remember right. You kind of just get to keep moving ahead, you know? I think that a lesser designer would have been like, "Hey, you got to do all this other shit before you can get back to Superhot." I think they made the right choice to just not make that a thing. That's so cool too there, using that like typing mechanic in an alternate context. Oh yeah, this level. This level's amazing. Whoop. I feel fondly about this level though. This is always one that sticks out to me. Oh! Did he fire? I think he might have fired. Oh, that's so cool. Yeah, I'm excited to see that Superhot JP thing too. Just more Superhot, honestly, right? Yeah, they start replacing your text, yeah. God, I don't remember this bit at all. Totally forgotten. Oh yeah, you gotta run time. Right. Ah, this is such a clever little bit. Ah, it's so good.
super hot, super hot.
Okay, that guy falls off, yeah. This is a tricky level too. I remember having a tough time with this the first time. Yeah, no one behind you. This room's jam-packed. Okay. Whew. Oh, this is where it gets rough. Oh, Yikes. Okay, I think I got this. Oh my god, it keeps going. I forgot how long this was.
Super
Oh, phew.
hot. Super
I remember this being a real point of tension when we, again, I can't remember if it was me and Matt and Wooly, or just me and Wooly or whatever. When we first did the video, I remember we got like stuck here for a little while. Quite a few deaths.
super hot. Super
Once you figure out the rules of this game, though, man, you get good. Not to say I'm like an excellent player, I'm not, but I remember how bad I used to be when I first played the game, how slow and trepidatious everything was, and like, you know, that is a way to play and it works, but once you get it, this game flies so much quicker. Oh yes, it didn't. Ah, more. Okay, I gotta remember that machine gun, dude. Oh, it might hit me. Okay, let's see if the machine gun dude is here. There we go. I'm gonna throw this. Oh no! I walked back too quickly. Hot on the heels of me talking up how good I am at Superhot. Oh, Fear Engine says I'm the goodest, and you know what? I really appreciate that. It makes me feel better about all these deaths. I'm the goodest at Superhot. I can't remember if they actually want you to die. Yeah, okay, yeah. Oh, when's the elevator level? I remember that one. We were just like in an elevator and there's like 3 guys pointing at you with guns immediately. Yipes.
super hot,
I always like that like the rule of like, oh yeah, here's the elevator level. I love this stage. This is so cool. Gotta be slower. Yeah, I was saying I love the rule that like if a bullet hits something, it breaks. It's so simple, and it works so well. Oh yikes!
super
Nice, 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 nice.
super hot,
That elevator sequence is
super
just so good. It's so easy to die so immediately. Those are like the best bits in Super Hot though, when everything tightens up and you feel like you can't move, but the truth of it is you just need to move really slowly in one specific direction. It's so satisfying. It's true. This is such a neat sequence. Like what a fun way to reuse the like press A to like finish level or press A to whatever for another gameplay purpose. Ah, wow, that's neat. I didn't I think that's new. I don't know if PS4 had gyro controls, and that definitely wasn't in the VR version, so I promise. Well, I think that's as good a look at Super Hot as we're gonna get today. That was, I think that was about half of the game we played through. It's not an incredibly long game. It's amazing. The Switch version seems amazing. If you've never played Super Hot, I highly encourage you to play one, then play the other, then play them again, and again and again and again. They are they're excellent. They're both excellent. I really appreciate that coming back to the vanilla Super Hot experience. Um, I don't feel like it's really a worse game. I think the VR version has a bit of an edge because there's a level of intimacy that works super well for the VR version. It's hard to really get it across fully, but like the concept of the game only moves when you move becomes way more interesting when when you have such specific control over your body. Even just moving one hand in a direction counts as movement. There are situations in Super Hot VR where you feel yourself doing things you've never really done in a game, like just standing stock still, moving really slowly, and really concentrating on how you're going to move. Moving your head slowly to avoid a bullet or backwards or what have you. Super Hot VR is just like a really fresh experience that works super, super well. And there's nothing else like it. And, likewise, Super Hot, also nothing else really like it. I would love to see someone try to have a go at making their own, Super Hot derivative game, but I don't know if they would ever live up to Super Hot. It's so perfectly polished and so excellent that it would honestly take a hell of a lot to surpass. And I don't think you could with any ease. So Will there be more to this showcase? I actually did have a fifth game, but there was some trouble with it, so I'm not going to be playing that this month, and I'm going to play it in October since it is also a horror-y game. It was remothered, so I'm keen to play that. What a horny name, right? Remothered. CatYam HD says, I wonder if they'll put the VR version on Labo. So they couldn't really. It's not really. So Nintendo Labo VR requires you to like hold both sides of it to your face. That's kind of how it works. They would have to change the game dramatically. The problem is Labo VR doesn't have any sort of outwards or inwards tracking for where your head is in real space. So basically, all you can do is pivot in Labo VR, right? For Superhot VR, you really need the ability to move your head around, move your hands around separately. You really can't play it with just a pivot. Otherwise it would basically just be, I mean, you could play this game in VR with just a pivot, but I don't know if this game supports VR at all. I know this is a VR thing here, but if I remember right, this is like a totally different thing. This is like, look, it's first person. Look how fucking cool that is. All these little tech demos they made here. These are rad. Cube. Look at that. Amazing. Ace key technology. It's so good. I love. Oh, anyway, I think I'm gonna tag out for today. I'm hoping to stream again on Wednesday. I'm gonna be streaming AI, the Somnium Files, Kotaro Uchikoshi's newly released title. I'm pumped for that because I love Uchikoshi, so you know how it is. He's the best. I love this dude. Oh, why is my mouse cursor on the screen? Why is that? Hide mouse cursor. Go away. Nobody wants you here. Shoutouts today to Go-Getter, Ihara, Part-Time Kami, Korpuhiri, Blackbird 914, Spooksy, Indoor Sit-Up, Neighborhood Tunnels, Platinum Pineapple, and The Switch for their subscriptions. Shoutouts also to... How can I find this information? Someone, I think it might have been Commando Joe, someone bought a bunch of subscriptions for people, which is super nice of you guys. How do I find that? Yeah, shoutouts to Commando Joe for gifting out 5 community subs. And also... No, that was it. Okay, that's it. I got them all. There we go, nailed it. Shoutouts to all y'all. I guess I should put out a reminder here. It is September, so you can buy tier 1 subs for, I think it's $2.50 half price. And all that money goes to the person you're watching, and Twitch actually drops their cut, which is really neat. I also feel compelled, not because I have to tell you that this September is sponsored by Subway, and that is just the perfect sponsorship. That is just impeccable. I imagine when Subway got the offer, or when Twitch got the offer, whoever it was, I imagine they screamed at how good that was. Because seriously, that's so fucking good that September is sponsored by Subway. So, yeah. Subway bits give a bonus 10% bits. There are Subway bits? Oh, I cannot cheer in my own channel. Okay, I can't investigate this. Whoa! Subway bits. It's true. Someone just sent, Frenchie just sent 100 Subway bits and it added a little bonus 10 to the end. That's so neat. 10% extra. And I get to look at a little image of a sub. And now I'm probably going to go walk to Subway because it's like less than half a block away. So guess what? It worked. You fucking got me, Subway. Thanks a lot. Thank you guys for tuning in. I always appreciate it. Again, hopefully I'll be on Wednesday for AI, and I'm hoping to be on Friday as well for Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening, but we will see. I'm not sure if my copy is going to show up in time. I'm so pumped for that because it's one of my big faves. I still want to get back to Bloodstained. Just got to find the time. Time. I have class tonight, so take care, guys. Have a good one. See you later. Bye-bye.